Good morning, student. How are you? Hope you are doing well over there. So today, welcome to another new and interesting topic. And the name of the topic is fear. Okay? आपने सुना ही होगा fear, डर. Okay? So we are going to understand the meaning of fear, its impact, its sources. Okay? So what do you mean by fear? क्या होता है? डर क्या होता है? Fear is a natural human unpleasant emotion. Fear एक इमोशन होता है. Okay? जैसे गुस्सा आना, खुश होना, मायूस होना, ये एक इमोशन होते हैं. वैसे फियर भी एक ह्यूमन नेचुरल इमोशन होते हैं, बट इट इज अनप्रेजेंट. ओके, we don't like such emotion. That's why fear is a natural human unpleasant emotion that arises in response to perceived danger or threats. क्या होता है ये बायोलॉजिकली अगर इसे एक्सप्लेन किया जाए, फियर एक इमोशन, नेचुरल इमोशन होता है जो हमारी बॉडी रिस्पॉन्स करती है. कब? जब बॉडी परसीव करती है या बॉडी महसूस करती है किसी डेंजर को, या ऐसा कुछ इवेंट होता है जो जिसका जो डेंजरस इवेंट होते हैं या थ्रेट्स होता है, उसके रिस्पॉन्स में जो इमोशन रिलीज होते हैं थ्रू आउट बॉडी, ओके, हार्मोन्स, उसे कहा जाता है फियर. Okay, so fear is a natural human unpleasant emotion that arises in response to perceived danger or threats. जब बॉडी महसूस करती है या फील करती है ऐसे डेंजरस इवेंट को या थ्रेट्स को, तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो हार्मोन्स रिलीज होते हैं बॉडी में, वो in the form of fear, that emotion, that unpleasant emotion we call as fear biologically. Okay, then an unpleasant, often strong emotion, it is a very strong emotion caused by awareness of danger. Yes, when our body perceives condition as a threat or danger, automatically body responds in the form of emotion, and that emotion we call as fear. Okay, fear, an unpleasant emotion or thought that you have when you are worried or frightened by something dangerous or painful. Yes, fear is a natural response to physical and emotional danger. It is a natural response. How fear works? Okay, there is a, you can see prefrontal cortex. Okay, there is a fear hormones. Okay, that are responsible for that fear emotion, that body response. It create hormones that are responsible for fear. As soon as individual recognize fear, now how fear works. As soon as individual recognize, identify fear, जैसे ही उस इंडिविजुअल आइडेंटिफाई करता है फियर, उसकी बॉडी फील करती है कि ये जो इंसिडेंट है ये फियरफुल है या डेंजरस है या थ्रेटफुल है. A small organ in the middle of brain called as amygdala, okay, प्रोसेस, ये एक्टिव होता है. ये जो स्मॉल ऑर्गन है इन द मिडल ऑफ ब्रेन, ये एक्टिव होता है और ये नर्वस सिस्टम को अलर्ट करता है, which set individual body fear response into work or motion. Okay, body release stress hormones when cortisol and adrenaline, which increase blood pressure and heart rate. जैसे हमने स्ट्रेस में पढ़ा था कि ये जो स्ट्रेस हार्मोन है कॉर्टिसोल और एड्रेनाइन, जो increase करते हैं blood pressure और heart rate, they are responsible for stress also and fear also. Okay, then changes such as rapid breathing, जब भी हमें हमारी बॉडी फियर को फील करती है या ऐसे स्ट्रेस हार्मोन्स को रिलीज करती है, सो अपना जो ब्रीदिंग रेट है वो बढ़ जाता है, मसल्स में टेंशन आती है. ओके, पसीना ज्यादा आता है. ओके, सो सच टाइप ऑफ फिजिकल चेंजेस हैपन. These changes prepare the body for action, either to fight or escape. Okay, ये these changes prepare the body for action, either we face it or escape or move away from it. Okay, so in such a way fear work. While the amygdala activate the immediate physical response, other part of the brain like hippocampus and prefrontal cortex also play a role. Okay, it is from biological point of view. The hippocampus help assess the situation based on the past experience. Okay, the hippocampus help assess the situation. It uh, create the emotion of fear on the basis of past experiences. Okay, the prefrontal cortex help Weber interpret the physical sensation associated with fear, potentially influencing the intensity and duration of emotional experience. Okay, जो prefrontal cortex होता है वो actually क्या रिस्पॉन्स देता है, इंटेंसिटी, जो फियर का इंटेंसिटी होता है और ड्यूरेशन होता है, वो फियर का जो एक्सपीरियंस जो हम करते हैं या इंटेंसिटी होता है, वो कौन इंटरप्रेट करता है, जो फिजिकल सेंसेशन को कौन इंटरप्रेट करता है, प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स. ओके, fear is a natural and necessary emotion that helps us to avoid danger and survive, but when fear becomes excessive it can lead to anxiety disorder, means insecurity. फियर ये नेचुरल फिनोमिना है. ओके, ये नेचुरल इमोशन है. ओके, बट जब ये फियर ऑन एक्सेसिव होता है, ओके, ओवर लिमिट हो जाता है, इट कैन कंट्रीब्यूट टू disorder, anxiety disorder, stress, anger issue. Okay, next. Now sources of fear. Till now what we have discussed, fear, how it works. Now sources of fear. अभी हम पढ़ेंगे sources of fear क्या होते हैं. The amygdala, a part of brain that processes emotion, play a role in fear response. तो first sources of fear, source of fear क्या होता है, हार्मोन्स, बायोलॉजिकल रिस्पॉन्स. जो बायोलॉजिकल रिस्पॉन्स होता है, इट इज वन ऑफ द मेन सोर्स ऑफ फियर. जैसे amygdala, a part of the brain that processes emotion, plays a role in fear responses. Then traumatic event can create long-lasting fear. For example, fear of dog after a past bite. Yes, traumatic event. चाइल्डहुड में जो ट्रॉमा होते हैं उसका इतना इम्पैक्ट होता है कि जब उसे रिमेम्बर किया जाता है तो ऑटोमेटिकली देयर इज अ बॉडी गिव रिस्पॉन्स. वी स्टार्ट experiencing a fearful environment. There is a emotion of fear. There is a environment of fear. So traumatic event, when we remember it, it form the environment of fear. Okay, then by observing the fear of parents or caregiving, okay, by observing also, or what we the impact of our family fear can create the growth of fear, the development of fear. Learning about danger or negative event from media, yes, from media, from newspaper, from social interaction, that can also trigger fear. Uncertainty and the unknown, yes, uncertainty and unknown. Sometimes we don't know, unknown place, uncertainty, future tension can trigger fear. Worrying about the future, concern about what other things, and being negative can lead to social anxiety. What people think or what will people say, they are going to laugh at me. Such negative thought can contribute to social fear or social insecurity. By understanding the various sources of fear, individuals can better identify their own triggers and develop strategies for managing and overcoming their fear. Yes, individuals have to understand the sources of fear, how he is going to manage is totally depend on his identification. So actually, he any individual who want to overcome his fear, first of all, he should face it. He should know his body reaction, his body response, and then he can create or implement or manage strategies to manage or minimize the impact of fear. Now, impact of fear. Fear alerts your nervous system. Fear impact your nervous system, which set your body fear response into motion, which result into release of stress hormone like cortisol and adrenaline, which in turn increases your blood pressure and heart rate. So indirectly, fear, excessive amount of fear, increase your blood pressure and heart rate. Okay, prolonged fear means long-term fear can contribute to the development of anxiety disorder like phobias and panic disorder, panic attack. Okay, phobias, different type of phobias are there. Okay, if fear is persistent, it can contribute chronic pain condition like fibro fibromyalgia and migraine. Okay, migraine which is related to brain disorder. Okay, so if fear is persistent on a consistent basis, it can contribute to chronic pain condition. Okay, these are the disease related to pain of the brain, pain related to brain. Then it lead to social isolation, yes, withdrawal, as individual may avoid situation of people because he can't interact in social condition. Then fear can disturb the prefrontal cortex. Yes, the part of the brain responsible for rational thought and decision making, which result in impulsive action. Impulsive action without thinking, without any thought. Such type of process or such type of action is called as impulsive action. So it disturbs prefrontal cortex of brain, which is responsible for thinking, which is responsible for critical thinking, which is responsible for decision making power. So fear can disturb the prefrontal cortex and it disturb the decision making power of that person. It disturb the creative critical thinking of that person, which result in impulsive action. Okay, without thinking, he take action. Without understanding, he take action. So fear can disturb the decision making power or thinking power of that person. Fear affects the hippocampus, a brain region important for memory formation, which contribute to memory problem. Yes, fear can disturb the digestive system. Yes, which contribute to nausea, upset stomach, or even ulcer. Prolonged fear can weaken the immune system. Yet, fear contribute to stress, contribute to weaken immune system. It disturb the digestive system, it disturbs sleeping pattern of that person. So overall physical functioning of that person get disturbed due to prolonged fear means long term fear. Okay, then how to manage fear? Okay, first of all, face your fear. Self awareness is very important. Know your fear, identify the source of fear. So you have to identify the source of fear that trigger you and monitor your body reaction. How your body react, what are your emotion. You have to notice it. You have to monitor. You have to keep a track of your emotion. Understand the source of fear. Face your fear. Okay. Then identify the root cause. Yes. After identifying or understanding the source of fear, you have to identify the root cause of that fear and challenge your negative or unrealistic thought. Okay, you have to change your negative thought to positive thought and be realistic. Okay, in order to minimize the impact of fear or to manage the fear, you have to be very realistic. Come out of your imaginary zone in order to face fear. Then face your fear by taking small steps. Allow yourself to experience the uncomfortable emotion without judgment. Yes, yes. When we feel uncomfortable or when we feel negative or when we feel fearful, then it create uncomfortable emotion within our body. So in order to face the fear, we must feel, we must face that uncomfortable situation or environment and then start experience experiencing that environment in order to face it. Okay, so allow yourself to experience the uncomfortable emotion. Start facing uncomfortable situation, uncomfortable people. Start facing your own negativity. Okay, don't escape, or what we can say, ignore it. Okay, ignorance is the biggest problem. Okay, then in case you can search for professional help from therapist or your friend or your family. Healthy lifestyle, positive self-talk, and surround yourself with supportive people. Then conclusion. Okay, so finally we are on the conclusion part of fear. So till now what we have discussed: what is fear, its sources, its impact, and now how to manage it. So till now what we have discussed about fear is that face your fear, feel your fear, okay, take self responsibility, expand your knowledge on fear, identify the root cause of your fear, feel that uncomfortable situation, negative situation or negative feeling. Don't deny it, don't ignore it. Face uncomfortable people, face uncomfortable situation. Feel it, face it, seek support from your friends or your family. Surround yourself with positive people. Okay? Cut or distance yourself from negative people. Okay? So understand the problem and then automatically you can find the solution. So in conclusion part of fear, facing fear rather than avoiding them can lead to personal growth. Yes, facing fear means taking up the challenge to face own insecurities can contribute to your personal growth. Okay, increase resilience skills. Resilience skills means bouncing back from a challenging situation, facing challenging situation, never give up attitude, and greater sense of self-confidence. Yes, when we face hard thing, or when we face tough things, or when we challenge ourselves to be tough, then it creates a sense of self-confidence. So overcoming challenges associated with fear can unlock new opportunities and possibilities. Then understanding the root cause of fear is important and seeking support is important. While fear can be a powerful motivator, it is essential to find a balance between healthy and unnecessary fear. Yes, so in workplace, fear can contribute to your work performance. There are two types of fear: positive fear and negative fear. But when there is unnecessary fear, it creates stress, it creates mm, problem for your overall life. But some amount of fear is very important. Okay, so it is all about fear and its impact on your personal and professional life. Okay, so hope you understand it. So thank you very much. Take care and best of luck for your future.